Hi friends, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudoku and Puzzles. Ashish here, and today I'll be covering a puzzle genre called Pentopia puzzle. Now this is kind of a new variation, I would say, not even a variation, it's actually a Pentopia total puzzle. So we have to place all the pentominos in the grid. So usually in a Pentopia puzzle you'll have to place some of the shapes in the grid, but this grid has the rule that all of the shapes have to be placed in the grid. And this puzzle was featured in the WCPN website, so which has some excellent puzzle authors, and this one is from Erjan Kramer, and he is one of the new authors on WCPN. So it is actually a really good puzzle in a 5-star puzzle, and I thought of making a video on this one. Right, so WPCN is an excellent website for sudokus and puzzles. They post a daily sudoku or a puzzle, and you can just check out the website there. So you can even be a member of the website, where you will be gaining access to monthly magazines and solutions too. So I'll add the link in the description below for the WCPN website, and the link of the online interface of the puzzle that we are solving today. And now coming on to the puzzle here, so we have to place all the pentominos here. So as you can see, the pentomino shapes are given below the rules. There are exactly 12 pentominos. So pentomino is nothing but 5-cell shapes. So there are exactly 12 5-cell shapes possible in the grid, such that they do not touch each other even diagonally, even at the corners. So you have to place these 12 pentominos in the grid in such a way that no two pentominos can touch each other even at the corners. And pentomino may be mirrored or rotated. So the shape that you see below the rules can be rotated or mirrored. So for example, if you can have a W as like this as well, and you can have it as like this also, or you can even have it rotated like this, reflected and rotated. So all of these are counted as a single W shape, right? And arrows in the grid indicates the direction of the closest pentomino when looking from that cell, right? So for example, if you see this cell, instead of the 4 directions, there are 2 directions given, which means that in both of these 2 directions, from this cell it is the closest, while seeing from these 2 directions the pentomino from that direction seems to be closest, right? So for example, for this pentomino, you might have a pentomino shaded cell here from this direction, and not here, right? Not at the back side. So even if you had a pentomino shading here at the back of these clues, you must have an arrow here as well. So if this is not an arrow, which means that in the back side of the clue you won't have any pentomino seen in the closest direction, right? And the clues cannot be shaded. That is what the rule says. So the clues cannot be shaded. It has to be unshaded, which means that it cannot be part of the pentominos, right? So with that, we'll start solving this puzzle. I'll again brief you with the arrow direction rule here. So with the direction, it means that from that direction the closest pentomino is seen, right? So for example, if you have a pentomino seen in the first cell for this from that direction, so in the other 2 direction, in the first cell the pentomino cannot be seen. If it is the case, then you should have the arrows here as well, right? So that is what the rule says, and with that we'll start solving this puzzle. So whenever in this case, in this puzzle, you have the 4 directions given, you can directly mark that the first cell can never be a pentomino, because if it is a pentomino, all of these 4 cells will touch each other diagonally, so which means they would have to be part of a single pentomino, and you form a 7-cell shape. Not possible, right? Which means that every time in a pentopia puzzle, every time in a pentopia puzzle, whenever you have the 4 directions given, the first cell will never be a pentomino, right? Same way for this, and with that we get one of the things, that one of these 2 cells will have to be pentominos. So for this direction there are only 2 cells remaining, right? So one of these 2 cells will have to be pentomino for this clue, which means that if one of these 2 cells are pentomino, so in all the 4 directions that has to work. So which means that one of these 2 cells, and one of these 2 cells will have to be a pentomino. The most basic thing that we do in a pentopia puzzle is mark the opposite the opposite cells, or I may say that the cells where direction is not given for the clue. So for example, for this clue, the opposite cell or the back side of the clue will never be a pentomino, because if it is the case, you should have an arrow, you should have a direction of the arrow in that cell as well, right? So which means that the back of this clue where the direction is not given will always be non-pentomino cells, right? For this clue it has to be these two cells, for this clue it has to be these two cells, because if this was a pentomino, this also would have to be a pentomino, and there has to be three directions here, not two, right? So this won't be a pentomino cell, this won't be a pentomino cell, right? And okay, same way as you can see here, for this clue now, the first cell in both the direction, the directed arrows, cannot be a pentomino, which means that the two cells in the non-directed cells will not be a pentomino, right? Which means that, so if you had a pentomino here, the closest here would have to be this cell only, and both of these are in the same space between the clue, right? Away from the clue, which means you should have an arrow at the downward direction as well. Not possible, right? Which means that the two cells, these two cells and these two cells won't have pentominos, which means that there are only 4 cells remaining in this area. Of course cannot be pentominos. Pentominos are 5 cell clues, right? So which means these 4 cells cannot be a pentomino. And with that, as you can see here, first 3 cells in this direction cannot be a pentomino, which means that first 3 cells in this direction as well cannot be a pentomino. A very good start to the puzzle, I would say. And with that, we can again mark these two cells, these two cells, these two cells, and these two cells should be part of should have a pentomino at least. So notation is the most important thing in this puzzle. You have to give notations here, because that is a really important thing in these kind of genres. So notation means one of these two cells will at least have to be a pentomino, because if none of these two cells are pentominos, for this direction there are no pentominos at all. So which means for any direction you cannot have pentominos for this clue. Not possible, right? Which means that the most important thing is notation here. You'll have to write the notations. Okay. And so where can we look for? Okay, so as you can see here, first 3 cells in both the directions cannot be a pentomino, which means that the opposite directions first 4 cells cannot be a pentomino. As usual, the earlier logic, it has the converse rule, right? For every clue it has the converse rule. So if you have the directions given, which means it has to be the closest cell for the pentominos. If there is no direction there, which means that direction cannot have the closest cell for the pentomino. Okay. This side it seems to be very congested, because you have many clues in this side and this side, and very few clues in any other part of the grid. So I would say only 12 clues are used here. Very good, right? A very good construction, 13 by 13 grid, and only 12 clues are used here. A very difficult one, I would say, to construct such puzzle. And I really thank the author for giving me an opportunity to cover this puzzle on our channel. A 5-star puzzle from WCPN, right? Okay. I see something here is that. So if this is a pentomino cell for this clue, this would have to be a pentomino cell for this clue, right? Okay, that's excellent. So if this is a pentomino cell, you cannot this doesn't seems to work. You can have this way and this can go out. That's possible still, right? No, I don't see anything here as well for now. Okay. Oh, that's an excellent logic. What happens if this is a pentomino cell? Okay, so before going to this logic, I would like to say one more trick here, or one more small tip in this puzzle. Whenever you notate a line between 2 cells indicating that one of these cells would have to be a pentomino, right? A shaded cell. At that point of time, any pentomino cell or any shaded cell adjacent to these lines, if you have any shaded cell adjacent to this line, right, if you have a shaded cell here adjacent to these lines of these two cells, this cell will have to be part of this cell, or in other words, this shaded cell and this shaded cell will have to be a pentomino of the same pentomino. It will have to be possible. So this shaded cell is either touching this cell and this cell diagonally or orthogonally, and whatever shaded cell you have here, either both or one, will have to be part of the single pentomino including this shaded cell. So which means that if this cell is a pentomino cell, this cell also would have to be a pentomino cell, and this cell would have to be a pentomino cell because they are diagonally touching, and which means that one of these two cells will have to be part of this pentomino and one of these two cells will have to be part of this pentomino, which means it has to be a W pentomino. And there we get a contradiction here. The contradiction is that all of these three cells won't be part of the pentomino here, and this clue gets contradicted here. Till the first 6 cells you don't have any pentomino here, which means that this clue will never have a pentomino or a shaded cell at the closest, which is not possible. You need to have at least one cell closest in that direction, which means that this cannot be a pentomino cell, neither can this be a pentomino cell, and this cannot be a pentomino cell, which means that if the first cell in the given direction is not a pentomino, then two cells in non-given direction will have not be a pentomino, right? So with that we'll continue solving this puzzle. Okay, that was a very good logic here actually. I have a intuition that can this area have two pentominos or a single pentomino. So if this area is a single pentomino, it will have to use one of these two cells, right, either the V or the W. It cannot be the W, right? It cannot be the W, because if it is the W here, this also would be the shaded cell for this clue and it will again have a W here. That's a good logic. That's a very good logic. So it cannot be the W here. Can it be the V? Okay, can it be a V here? Okay, of course. This cannot be shaded. Again, you form a W here. Okay, if this is shaded, this cannot be, this cannot extend to a pentomino. And if this is unshaded, of course it cannot form a V again, and you don't have enough cells for this pentomino. That's a really sharp logic here, a very look ahead, I would say. I need to see some other way to see this logic actually. Let us see some other way to go about this logic. I would say that, can this cell be a pentomino? If this cell is a pentomino, this also cell would have to be a pentomino, right, for this clue. And you cannot have two pentominos in this area now. If you have two pentominos, of course you cannot have two pentominos in this area. There is no way possible you can have two pentominos in this area if this cell is shaded, right? Can it? No. So there are there is no possibility that if this cell is a shaded cell, you can have two pentominos in that area, which means that it will have to be a single pentomino, and you form two W's here, that we have already deduced, right? So which means that this cell cannot be a pentomino cell, in this cell as well cannot be a pentomino cell. Okay, now if you have two pentominos here, that is fine. If you have a single pentomino here, you form a V here, and this cannot be a part of this pentomino, you again form a V here. So which means that this cannot be a pentomino cell, and you form, okay, now this seems to be a good logic here, because we have eliminated one of the cells that give you a very good connection with the next logic. So you have only 4 cells remaining in this clue, in this part, or maybe in this area, which means that this cell, you cannot have a single pentomino here, you need to have two pentominos here. And for the two pentominos to occur, this cell cannot be part of this pentomino, because if it is the case, if this cell is a part of this pentomino, you have only 3 cells shaded, so which means that this cell cannot be part of any pentomino. And so if you form a P here, you don't have anything here, so which means that you cannot form a P here. So these two cells would have to, if you don't form a P here, if you don't form a P pentomino here, this 2 cells would have to be shaded, which means that this cell will have to be unshaded and you form a P here, and which means that this cell would have to be unshaded and you form an L here. That's excellent. So you already formed an L here and a P here. That's a nice one. So which means that this cell cannot be a shaded cell, because you will again form an L here. This will have to be unshaded, and we are not sure if this will have to be a part of a pentomino or not. But my intuition says that this will have to be a pentomino there, because this grid needs to have 12 pentominos and it will really be congested. So which means that for this clue, the second clue is the pentomino cell, the shaded cell, and for this 4 direction clue, the first cell is the pentomino cell or the direction cell. The next thing that you do is never unshade this cell. We are not sure if this still can be a pentomino cell, right? So never unshade this cell. And again the same logic that applies here, this cell cannot be a pentomino cell, because if this cell is a pentomino cell, there is no way this pentomino or this shaded cell can extend to form a pentomino. Not possible. You don't have enough space there. So this cannot be a pentomino cell. So which means this also cannot be pentomino cell, because in the given direction, if the first 2 cells are not pentomino cell or unshaded cell, in the back of the at the back of the clue, the first 2 cells will not be pentomino cells. And again that's the same old logic here. Again you have only 4 cells in this closed area, which means that both of these cells will have to be part of the same pentomino. If they are not part of the same pentomino, you don't have enough cells for this pentomino to fulfill, right? Which means you form a V here now. That's nice. Okay, again, so one of these 2 cells will have to be pentomino, which means one of these 2 cells for this clue will have to be pentomino, and this cell would have to be a shaded cell. These 2 cells cannot be pentomino cells, because both will be diagonally touching, right? Not possible. So these 2 cells also won't be pentomino cells. Okay, that's a really difficult puzzle, I would say. The logics are very difficult and very sharp logic here. And that's a very good logic here actually. It was an easy logic that we didn't see. If this is not a pentomino cell, this would have to be a pentomino cell. And again for this clue, this also would have to be a pentomino cell. They are diagonally touching, not possible. That's an excellent logic, guys. Excellent way to start a puzzle. That's a really inspiring logic, I would say. I'm inspired by using this logic in my puzzle. That's a really excellent logic. Not very easy to be seen, but if this is an unshaded cell, both of these cells will have to be shaded for this clue and this clue, and then you form diagonally touching cells. That's an excellent piece of logic, which means that all of these cells will have to be shaded. That's nice. That's a really nice logic. Okay, and for this clue now, first 3 cells, after the 4th cell is a shaded cell, so for this direction 4th cell would have to be a shaded cell, right? Nice logic again. Now my point here is that, do we have a shaded cell here? You form a W, right? That is still possible. If you don't have a shaded cell here, this will mix with this cell. That's excellent. That's excellent. Which means that this cannot be an unshaded cell. You have to form a W, because excuse me, sorry, if this is an unshaded cell, if the first cell of this clue is unshaded, this will meet and form a pentomino, but there is no possible way that you can form the 5th cell of the pentomino. Sorry, there is no possible way that you form the 5th cell of this pentomino. This is unshaded, this is unshaded because this is connected, this is unshaded, this is unshaded because they are diagonally touching, both of these are unshaded because they are diagonally touching, this is unshaded. You have only 4 cells, and of course you need to form a pentomino, which means that these 2 cells would have to be shaded, and you form a W pentomino here. So you form a V pentomino and a W pentomino. That's nice. Or maybe we can write all the pentominos here starting from F, right? I, L, N, P, T, U, V, W, X, Y and Z, and you form the 12 pentominos here, right? F, I, L, P, N, P, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. These are the 12 pentomino shapes that you see below the rules here. And with that we have already fulfilled the L pentomino, the P pentomino, the V pentomino and the W pentomino. So these are the remaining pentominos we have here, and we have a pentomino that has to come out here. Okay. So if the second cell on the non-given direction is a pentomino cell, then the first cell in this given direction would have to be a pentomino cell. As usual, the converse rule applies here. Six, 7, 8, 9. 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that's excellent. I think so that's the intended solve path. I can see that it's kind of an intuitive. So these kind of puzzles also have some intuitive solves. So you have to look out for those. But let me see if there is any other way, because I'll have to see all the possible ways of solving this puzzle, right? Okay. I see that here a maximum of 2 pentominos can be in this area, right? You cannot have 3 pentominos. 1 maximum and 2 at least, not forming the L. At least I would say you can have 2 pentominos here. Okay. In this area you can have 2 pentominos maximum. In this area you can have 2 pentominos maximum. That becomes 6. This is 7. You cannot form a P here, right? In this area you can have only a maximum of 1 pentomino. That becomes to 7. So 2 plus 2 plus 2, 7. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. You can have a pentomino 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, sorry, we have already counted this as a pentomino for this area. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Which means that all of these areas will have to be pentominos, and they are congested. They are too much congested. Which means that both of these cells, again that's a simple logic, you cannot have a shaded cell here because you form a W here touching all the diagonal cells. So both of these cells cannot be touching because they are again form a V here. So these two forms 2 different pentominos. There are 2 different pentominos in these 2 areas. 1 pentomino here, 1 pentomino here, which has to be the I pentomino, and 2 pentominos here. That's nice. So let us try to place the pentominos here. This cannot be a shaded cell because you touch both of these pentomino diagonally touching cells. Nice. So if you have a pentomino here, can this be the last cell for the this pentomino? So let us assume you have a pentomino like this. Of course V pentomino is not possible. Can you have this pentomino till this cell? Not possible, because you will have only 1 pentomino placed in this closed area. Not possible. So which means that pentomino will have to start using the cornermost cell. That becomes a Z pentomino here. You cannot have a pentomino starting from this cell because that forms a V here. That forms a Z here again, or a Y here, L here. Not again possible. So which means it has to be the Y pentomino. That's nice. So which means that the second cell for this clue is shaded, and which means that this cannot, these 2 cells cannot touch because you will form more than 5 cells for the pentomino. Unshaded, unshaded, unshaded. So this would have to be a shaded cell. and you can form an N here or a F here. Not possible, not sure which is the way here, but let us see. So if you form the N here, all of these will have to be unshaded. This will have to be unshaded, still form possible. So N is possible here. Okay, this is a shaded cell. If this is an unshaded cell, you have first 4 cells as unshaded and there is no pentomino here. That's nice. So that will have to be a shaded cell, which means this is unshaded. You form an F here. If this is a shaded cell, you form again a P here. That's nice. This is unshaded. Okay. So what are the pentominos that are remaining? You have 1, 2, 3, 4 pentominos remaining. N, T, U, X. X can only be NTUXP, right? So this would have to be N, because if this is unshaded, you will have a P here, L, Y here. So this is shaded and it cannot be P, this has to be shaded. That's nice. So you form an N here. The T can only be formed, you cannot form a T here. There is no way you can form a T using this cell, and of course T cannot be formed here. So this would have to be a T. That's nice. So T and N are done. You have U and X. This cannot be X, so this would have to be a X, and this would have to be a U. And with that we complete this puzzle. Gorgeous puzzle, guys. What an excellent Pentopia total puzzle. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was an excellent puzzle. Thanks to Arjun Kramar for this excellent puzzle. And if you enjoyed this video, please do like and comment us if you want us to solve any other Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.